Following our focus last year on reconciliation and campus design in the context of municipal policies such as the Broadway Plan in Vancouver, this year our focus shifts to Surrey. The site for this studio is set on the unceded, traditional, and current territories of the Kwantlen, Katzie, Coquitlam, Kakite, Semiahmoo, and Tsawwassen First Nations.
Alongside the host nations, Surrey is home to a large urban Indigenous population from the whole Turtle Island. Based on the 2021 highlights from the census, at over 12,000 people, the Indigenous population in Surrey is the second largest Indigenous population in BC behind Vancouver. The Indigenous population in Surrey grew an average of 21% every 5 years from 1996 to 2016. Between 2016 and 2021, however, the Indigenous population decreased by almost 10%. The cause of the population decline is ultimately unknown, but may have been influenced by factors such as Indigenous people temporarily leaving the city due to COVID-19 pandemic or housing unaffordability.
Dante, Ouri Scott CA, Clinchon Gachinong Oate. Hello, my name is Ouri Scott. I'm Clincho Dene, originally from the Northwest Territories. I've been living and working in the unceded ancestral territory of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh people for the last 2 decades. I'm an architect and principal at Urban Arts Architecture and happy to be teaching this studio this year.
Hello, my name is Jergus Oprsal. I'm a landscape architect and I run a small landscape architecture firm called Office of Land Affairs, and I'm very excited to be teaching this course with Ouri.
This urban design studio will focus on reconciliation in the context of urban design, affordable housing, and placemaking. Key questions include what constitutes appropriate development? What are the suitable forms and characters for this site? How can Indigenous culture be made visible in the urban context? And what is the role of reconciliation in urban planning? In this studio, students will be asked to develop a master plan for a community hub and housing for Surrey's Indigenous community. The site is located at the heart of the Surrey City Centre neighbourhood, across from the Civic Plaza, City Hall, and the City Centre Library. Surrounded by civic institutions, university buildings, and new housing, the site provides an opportunity to explore how Indigenous culture, history, and land can be acknowledged and reconciled in a prominent urban setting while also providing meaningful gathering space, social service spaces, and affordable housing. The site is currently an underdeveloped block of land that includes lots with single-family homes and vacant lots.
Drawing on Indigenous ways of knowing, students will use storytelling as a method to develop a voice and create a graphic style narrative. They will need to consider site analysis, histories, cultural and traditional knowledge, ecological systems, and the social, housing, and economic needs of the community. The studio will include a site visit and a series of guest lectures. There will be 4 assignments, which will have in-person presentations and a digital submission. Desk rates will take place throughout the studio. Presentations will be happening in the following weeks.
This studio explores reconciliation, Indigenous issues, and urban development. Drawing on local Indigenous history and context, students will propose gathering space and housing in a prominent location, addressing appropriate development, cultural visibility, and reconciliation in planning.